This Chef's Kitchen podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download now at audiblepodcast.com/The Chef's Kitchen. We're back in sunny Kennebunkport, Maine, enjoying the Fine Living Festival here with Gary Caron of Striper's Restaurant right here in Kennebunkport. Wonderful to have you here on the show.
Thank you.
And now I know your restaurant figures prominently in this whole festival, which is really a consortium of fine food, fine wine, fine music, fine art, all coming together in really a celebration.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And at Striper's Restaurant, we're at the Breakwater Inn.
Yes.
On the Kennebunkport side of the river, out near the Breakwater. And a lot of the festivities, the grand tasting and the champagne preview and the chef's gala all take place on our lawn right by the river.
You'll be making a ceviche for us today, correct?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Yes, I will.
Let's get started.
Excellent. Okay, this ceviche is using our fabulous Maine shrimp.
Great.
Nice fresh shrimp that's all been deveined and cleaned and shelled. There's about a pound of shrimp in there.
So this is fresh shrimp.
This is very fresh, and this comes with a marinade of lime juice and lemon juice. So we need a little bit of lemon in there.
So it's a mixture of lime juice and lemon juice.
Lime juice and lemon juice. And those are the real primary flavors in there.
And so explain to us the process. I'm sure all of us know by now because we've enjoyed ceviche. It's become so popular now. But explain to us the process of what takes place with the acids in these citrus fruits.
Okay. The acid really denatures things the same way that cooking does. It helps remove some of the moisture and it firms up the flesh of whatever fish you're using.
Okay.
And it just takes a couple of minutes for that to happen.
Wonderful.
Okay, and then we just season that with a little sea salt.
That's olive oil with a kick, right?
Well, this is actually the vinegar. This is a rice wine vinegar seasoned with habaneros.
Habaneros.
And a little bit of garlic, so that's where the heat from this comes from.
Yes.
And there's also just a little pinch of ancho chili powder that goes in there.
Okay, so this is a dish with a little bit of spice to it.
There's a little spice,
yes.
There's a little spice. The ancho is also a nice earthy, smoky chili, so that's going to add another layer of flavor to it. Now this is going to take 2 or 3 minutes in the lime juice for it to actually cook the shrimp.
Okay.
So while that happens, we can get a few of the other ingredients together that go in there that we'll add a little bit later so it stays nice and fresh.
Very nice.
And this is just nice fresh cilantro.
I love cilantro. Now, is this a dish that is featured at Striper's?
It is actually. This is on my appetizer menu. We have a full raw bar and seafood bar selection.
I admire your raw bar menu. It's great. I love a raw bar. So
excellent.
You have a great raw bar at Striper's. We've enjoyed Striper's many times here at the Chef's Kitchen.
That's wonderful. And that features, again, all Maine shellfish and Maine raised oysters and clams.
And you're a Mainer. You're born and bred from this area, which is nice to know.
My family's from Kennebunkport for many, many years.
But yes, we enjoyed this week. This is our second year participating in this festival.
Mine as well.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
And you've been with Striper's for about a year now,
About a year, just over a year. I started just before the festival last year.
So it's a really wonderful, rare, unique opportunity to enjoy all that's great about this area.
Yes, it is.
So now we have another little hot element.
Just a little fresh jalapeno. We're not going to use any of the seeds or any of that part. So we're really going to get the flavor of the pepper without necessarily a lot of heat.
Yes.
And then we're going to add a little sweet pepper as well for, again, another layer of flavor.
Another texture,
Just
layer of flavor. And and speaking about why I believe artists come here, we're so fortunate to have a beautiful piece of art right here on our set today. Jonathan Eitman, who has really graced our set with some beautiful pieces. I love the realistic nature of the pieces of his art. It almost looks like a photograph. He is the featured artist of the Chef's Kitchen, and he happens to be a heck of a nice guy. I got a chance to chat with him before the show, and his inspiration and you artist types are very nice. I really like this area. So beautiful. You've added our red pepper, which actually has added a nice color.
It adds beautiful color to it. That along with the corn and the cilantro.
You can see where the cooking process is taking place.
It is beginning, and the shrimp are all starting to firm up nicely. So they'll have that same pop that a traditionally cooked
Yes.
shrimp would have. When you bite it, it'll snap just a little bit.
Do you do any other ceviches at the restaurant? Did you use any other fish? I know you said you could.
You can, and it does change up as different things become available. When the bluefish begin later in the season,
Yes.
As they're available, we'll definitely be making a bluefish ceviche. I do.
That's interesting. I don't think I've ever had a bluefish ceviche.
It works incredibly well.
It's
a lot
a nice
of people
way
are
to enjoy bluefish.
It is, because people
It gets
are
a
a little
bad
afraid
rap.
of it sometimes.
Yes.
But it's a beautiful fish. It's got
Yes.
great flavor, and it takes very well to ceviche. A lot of the original ceviches from South America in that area use king mackerel and other fish that are really quite similar to the bluefish in texture
Okay.
and flavor. So our native bluefish is actually very well suited to it.
That's a good way to make use of a fish that, like you said, people are a little bit afraid of. You know, wouldn't typically order. I like that.
And the acid of the ceviche really helps break down that fatty oiliness of those fish.
And it lends itself to summer living. You don't need an oven or a stove.
Precisely.
You know, there's no heat involved. So it's really wonderful to enjoy outdoors and for a nice summer party.
It just takes a few minutes and it's all there.
So
and in this one, we're just going to freshen this up. We happen to have some beautiful cherry tomatoes available to us right now.
Yellow and red cherry tomatoes.
So these will add, again, another blast of color and another big layer of flavor.
It's a very artistic dish. I love the colors. At this point, are we ready to plate up?
We are indeed ready to plate.
Beautiful.
And here we have just a little bit of lettuce or greens of any kind. We're going to take this out of the marinade a little bit.
Okay.
Because again, bowing to tradition with the ceviche, we're going to serve some of the marinating liquid, or the milk of the tiger as it's called.
The milk of the tiger. I like that. So traditionally served, the ceviche liquid is used in the dish then also.
It is
That's
indeed.
a traditional way to serve it.
And that's served just a little bit on the side like that.
I see.
And
And
as a
is the
taste of a
idea
beverage.
to drink it?
You will indeed.
Ah.
Yes, indeed. And that is supposedly a restorative.
Oh, really?
It helps refresh on a hot summer day. That would help to refresh everything and make it just a really nice early day, mid-afternoon sort of snack.
Wonderful. Okay,
Excellent.
I have a treat for you too. We have some beautiful champagne here.
Excellent.
So stay right here. Let me bring it over for us. This champagne was provided to us by Old Vines Wine Bar right here in Kennebunkport.
Very good friends
I think
of
it would be
ours.
a beautiful marriage with this lovely ceviche.
Yes, it will.
And how lucky are we to have some champagne? What a great day at the Chef's Kitchen. You won't want to leave, right?
You can stay for lunch.
That's right. And dinner and maybe breakfast and...
Very nice. This is excellent. This is a very nice pairing.
Yes, this is a real treat. So let's toast to one of the most fabulous weeks
Yes, indeed.
in lovely Maine, and to Striper's Restaurant, which we are a big fan of here at the Chef's Kitchen.
Thank you very
And to
much.
your beautiful ceviche, which we are about to enjoy.
Very good. That's
No,
lovely.
we don't. Oh, it's beautiful. Now, the best way to enjoy this,
Just on a little bit of this
a
nice
little bit of
crispy
this
flatbread.
bread. Okay, very good. And is this flatbread, did you make this in the,
Oh, yes.
in the restaurant?
Yes, indeed.
Very nice. Wonderful citrus flavor. Love it. And just enough heat too, Gary. Not too much, it's not overpowering. Very, very good. And then you suggested to drink
Yes,
as
indeed.
restorative. So cheers
is.
to you.
And that's got all of the flavors of the ceviche.
That is wonderful and so refreshing. Let's toast again.
Again,
A wonderful day at the Chef's Kitchen and the Fine Living Festival.
thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Gary.
This Chef's Kitchen podcast was brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download now at audiblepodcast.com/The Chef's Kitchen. Log on now for over 75,000 titles to choose from for your iPod, iPhone, or MP3 player.